Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anna and I make New York City based adventure videos spiked with love and positivity. Now the number one question I get is, how long does it take you to film a typical YouTube video? So I came up with the idea to make this behind the scenes video, and I'm going to show you exactly what goes on into creating a YouTube video behind the scenes. So in this video, I am going to show you absolutely every single step from me applying the makeup, filming the video, and then of course editing. And if I am recording voiceovers, what's that like? The way I record voiceovers is actually quite funny. I have a really unique technique. And there's nothing fancy going on here, so I don't have any fancy ring lights, no cameras. I'm simply using my phone to do all of this and a laptop to edit, and I do everything on iMovie. And I'm going to show you how this whole process goes from start to finish, so I hope you enjoy. So this is all of the makeup that I'm going to be applying today. We got the eyeshadow, we got my brushes, which are freshly cleaned. Then we have the foundation, bronzer, blush, setting powder, of course some mascara, and some lip products. I'm going to be applying all of this. Okay, here we go. Here's the behind the scenes of what goes into making a YouTube video. So we're going to start off by doing my makeup. You do need to apply a heavier set of makeup on your face than you normally would if you were going out to meet someone in person, because the camera and the light really washes you out. So this is not a makeup tutorial, but I'm going to be applying all of this makeup and I'll speed through this part. I do want to show you everything that goes into making this video, and there's no high-tech equipment here, no ring lights. It's just we're in my bedroom today and we have this beautiful sunlight streaming in through the windows, and it's the perfect lighting for me to do my makeup.
It takes me around 30 minutes to apply a full face of makeup.
Okay, so that's it for the makeup. Now I'm going to go get dressed for the video that I'm filming today, and I'm gonna catch up with you later. Okay, I finished everything. Here's my outfit for today. Now we're gonna go in the kitchen and film the cooking video. If you do like this makeup look, let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to film a makeup tutorial of how I did this, and I'd be happy to do that. How does that look? Ready? I just need to hold in it. După a doua cană cu făină, putem să vedem că mixtura s-a întărit deja. Nici nu mai cred că trebuie să mă duc la gym azi. Alright, I just finished doing the speaking only in Romanian for 24 hours video. If you haven't seen that already, it's up, so check that out. I will leave it linked in the description box below. Now, we're currently baking that loaf cake in the oven, and I thought we would go visit my typical filming routine and the white wall, that famous white wall in front of which I have filmed a lot of my very first videos. So let's go in front of that wall and talk a little bit about my filming setup. Okay, here we are in front of that famous white wall. I just needed a blank canvas for my first few videos. I didn't want to have a distracting background, so I thought this was the perfect thing. And now, because there is no fancy equipment involved here, I'm gonna show you what I would typically have in front of me while I was filming these first few videos. As you can see, I had a kitchen chair. This is typically where I would put the selfie stick attached to my phone. I'd have a stool right there, and that would be the white wall behind me. And then over here on this other stack of chairs, I would have my laptop, and oftentimes I would have notes on the laptop. Typically though, I do not have a script. So the notes on the laptop were simply things that I knew I wanted to mention in these videos. And I would have it there, just kind of like bullet points listed out what I would have to say and include in the video. It's helpful to have something like that, but at the same time, I never wanted to have a full script in front of me because I didn't want to have to memorize something and then just kind of like say that in the video. I wanted it to be as natural as possible. The only video where I did have more of paragraphs was my History of Astoria video, because in that there was so much information that I needed to jam pack into it, and having the paragraphs written out really helped me. For everything in general that I film, I don't have a script. I don't have a certain set of lines that I'm saying. I want everything to be free-flowing and as natural as possible. So yeah, this is the setup that I deal with, this kitchen chair and then the stack of chairs and my stool that I sit on over here. But as the weather gets nicer, you know, I'm gonna take the camera out more, aka my phone, and we're gonna do some more vlogs and tours of the city, and it'll be not much nicer rather than just having this blank wall behind me. Okay, so let's talk about timing now. I need to plan out the videos. What am I gonna say? What is it going to be about? And that typically would take another 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what kind of video it is. Now, the filming would last me another 30 minutes to an hour, and I do prefer to film in bulk. So today I'm doing these two videos, the speaking only in Romania video where I'm cooking, and this behind the scenes video. And the next step that happens once I have all of the footage is I upload that on my laptop and then I edit. So I was mentioning earlier that I use iMovie for all of the editing that I do. And that would take another 2 to 4 days, but that's not full work. It's not like 8 hours every single day. It would be, let's say, 2 hours every day, and so a total of around 6 to 8 hours of editing. Although I have found that the more I edit, the faster I become at it. So for some videos, it's only like 2 to 4 hours of editing. And even with that, I prefer to edit in bulk as I do prefer to film in bulk. And I just find that I'm more productive that way. If I have more footage to edit, then I will do all of that as fast as I can, and then I upload the videos on YouTube, and I have them scheduled for 2 to 3 weeks out. So I'm not filming every single weekend and editing throughout the week before I upload. I'll do everything in bulk and upload early, and in that way I find that I'm more productive. Now let's talk about my favorite part, which is recording voiceovers and what that's like. So recording the voiceover for me, because I don't have any fancy equipment here, it is such a funny thing that I came up with, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it right now. Here we are. I'll get comfortable on the couch when I'm editing, and when I do voiceovers, I don't want there to be an echo in the room. So what I do is, this is gonna sound so strange, but it works, okay? Like, if you record voiceovers, then you know the importance of not having an echo. So what I do is I use this blanket and I put it over my head, and I have the laptop here, and I take this blanket and I simply just put it right over my head like this. And I just make sure it covers me on all sides. Get a nice little tent going on over here, and I'll record my little voiceovers, and I'll just go through the video like this. Oh, it's getting hot. underneath this already. Let me tell you something, it gets really hot and steamy here. It's great for the winter, not so great for the summer. Don't know what's gonna happen then and how I will do this, but the blanket works, and I'll record my voiceovers and I'll do all of that, come up for some air, get some water, because it does get very, very hot and steamy underneath this blanket. So that's my technique for recording voiceovers. You know, it's really nothing fancy. Disclaimer at the beginning was there's nothing fancy happening over here. It's just simply me, my laptop, a blanket, a selfie stick on my phone, and some kitchen chairs and a stack of chairs. That's really all that goes on behind the scenes. And now I'm going to show you exactly what I do on iMovie and how I am editing these videos, because what I prefer to do at the beginning is remove chunks where I'm pausing, or if there's a gap where there's nothing that is being said, if there's nothing interesting happening, then I will delete those chunks first. And then afterwards, I will put the video together in such a way that it makes sense. And from start to finish, I'll make sure that all the sequences that I want are in there, everything that I needed to say is in there. If I forgot to say something, then I'll do a voiceover, or I'll put a little comment at the bottom of the video. And that's how I go about editing. And then finally at the end, I will adjust the volume. I'll increase the volume up to 400%, and then I will add music on there. I get my music from YouTube Studio. It's such a great resource. I'm really glad they have it for us. And so there will be different songs there, different types of genres, and I like to have dance music, typically electronic music in my videos. I like to keep them fun and upbeat. So I'll pick one of those songs, and then I'll simply insert that throughout the length of the video. The selfie stick that I use to hold up my phone, the one that I'm holding in my hand right now, I simply bought it on Amazon. It was like $14. It even has a little light up on top, and it has 3 different types of light that you can use. So the first is like a softer light, it's warm. Second one is neutral, and then the third one is a cooler tone. I'll leave it linked in the description box below if you're looking for a selfie stick or, you know, a phone camera holder. So far it works great. I can even take pictures on it. I have like one of these little remotes at the bottom, and you can simply press that button there and you can take pictures as you're filming, or, you know, if you want to take a group shot with you and your friends, it works for that. I haven't used this yet because I don't need it for anything, but I think it's nice that it's in here. Thanks so much for watching this behind the scenes video. I hope it was insightful and it answered a lot of your questions about what a typical day is like for me when I'm filming. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. It helps my videos out a lot, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. I'll leave some of my other content linked in the description box below, as well as my Instagram if you want to join me on there. Take care. Bye!